studio with Rat Race Choir, and I'll introduce the members of the band to you. On the end there we have Mark, followed by Gordon, and then Dave, who plays bass, Steve the drummer, over here, back here, our little friend, Xiao Lung, right?
Yeah,
Xiao
little
Lung.
dragon.
Well, you guys have been together, I could start naming bands that you've been together longer than, but I won't. 13 years. That's incredible. How do you, what do you attribute your long life as a rock and roll band?
Yogurt.
Xiao Let's see, we got Xiao Lung and yogurt. Any serious answers?
It's love of playing music.
Love of playing music. And obviously success at playing music as well.
Somewhat.
You guys are recording an album here right now.
Yeah.
And what do you hope to do with that? And what kind of things will be on the album? And
everything that we're doing here now, everything we're laying down now, and hopefully everyone will be into it as much as we are.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what we're in the midst of right now, is trying to get a demo together so we can land that album.
Mm-hmm. Is this your first time really trying to, put together a solid album package?
Well, this is one of the better studios that we've used. We've done other demos, but the quality wasn't exactly what we wanted because of, financial problems, and
Mm-hmm.
paying for a studio is a heavy burden to do on yourselves.
Well, the overhead of a rock band of our caliber is astronomical.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about that a second because I caught the price of your drum set there flying through my ears.
We don't want to let that out of the air, though.
No, but it's,
Because I'm not sure if I paid my insurance.
But it is quite hefty, and you guys do have a lot of equipment. I can't show you on camera right now, but there is a
8-ton
hefty truck outside that I'm sure was packed to the gills.
I'll squeeze the door down.
A lot of... Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, when we went to Florida, I couldn't even fit my suitcase in the damn truck.
A lot of bands buy equipment to create a look or create a powerful image. All the equipment that we have acquired has been things that we've needed to use to create our sound, to create the thing that we're trying to do. So, the expense part of it is just merely going for the quality. It's not so much, a lot of people are impressed by it, and it is impressive, but it's the work that it does that's really the most important thing.
You guys are just so successful as far as playing copy tunes and playing the clubs. I mean, I've heard that...
That's a stigma.
Well, you do a whole lot of love better than Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I've heard
that isn't something to brag about, really, not at our station.
Robert? Well, that's one thing I do want to ask you about, and I want to ask you how it affects you, as far as now that you're really getting into playing, your own music. How do you feel when you still go into the clubs and, you still do a copy set, obviously?
Well, first of all, the material that we try to present has always been of a sophisticated nature. We try to enlighten our audience. Maybe that's the wrong term. We try to educate them to find music. I mean, the music that we play, whether it be Led Zeppelin or Jethro Tull or whoever it is, all the way down to some of the more obscure artists, it's all quality music. It's good stuff. Mm-hmm. So we try to reflect that, try to take that and put it into our own music.
Mm-hmm. The best of
The best.
the best.
Well, those are your teachers.
We've taken groups, the best songs, and learned why they were hits, what sounds made them hits, and the 10 years that we spent knocking around clubs drove us crazy, but at the same time it gave us an education that was, something we could never get anywhere else.
Anything you can recommend to starting out bands, just people just beginning to get together after 13 years of being together?
There is no substitute for time. There's no way to rush into it. There's no quick way. Mm-hmm. It takes as long as it takes.
The music business is a deceptive thing. When it appears one way. It appears like you can jump on a stage and start to play, but when you get into the business aspects of it, it turns into another ball game.
Well, I thank you for being part of Sights and Sounds, and you want to do another song for us?
Sure.
Which one?
We're going to record Rock Angels.
Thanks.
Goes out to all Rock Angels here tonight. come true. But I've been watching you, and I don't think that's your game. Girl, there's no need to explain. Any way that you want me, any way that you take me, any way that you make me be a part of you.
Okay, gobblers, it's your turn.